Adriana, Frank, how's everybody doing tonight? Give me 1 second, guys. Believe it or not, it just got done raining here. You can probably hear the creek up. I was going to do a fire and everything, but it's just way too wet right now. And I got to work tomorrow and all that good stuff. To be honest with you, I'm pretty wore out. So we'll see if we can make it to midnight. Oh, pretty cool. Did Alabama win? Yeah, I just got home. I already got my shower and everything, and I had to get me a bite to eat. But, oh man, I've been at work for over 3 weeks now by myself, doing the job of. Usually there's two of us, and we're doing the job of 3 people, at least 3 people. Now I'm doing the work of 3 people. It's crazy. Yeah, heartbreaking, ain't it? But check this out. I'll show y'all something. I want to try. So what was it last year? It might have actually been the year before last. I had a bird feeder hanging out here, and that sucker kept getting all the bird feed would be gone like overnight. So it's kind of weird, the birds don't come at night to get the bird's feed. There was a squirrel that tried his best to get into it and never could get to it. And I had it hanging right there above where I parked the truck, which isn't a good idea to hang a bird feeder where you park your vehicle, because birds are good at 2 things: eating and pooping. But anyway, so I've got this. It's got like plexiglass sides. What I'm thinking about doing is taking the other phone that I got. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this at. I'm going to have to put it near, where I can get power to it. I may hang it out there or on the other side of the porch, or even out there at the building. But I've got to put it somewhere also that the game cameras aren't covering. And what I'm going to do is stick the phone down inside of it. We'll see. I mean, this is going to be a trial and error. I'm not really sure how this is going to work. I'm going to stick the phone down inside of it, filled up with seed, and make it kind of look natural. One of the problems I've thought about is the sound. However, if I get my hillbilly parabolic mic and tear it down and hook that mic into this, or somehow attach the mic to it, then I think we can pick up the sound pretty good. So I don't know if that will work. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot, right? Nothing else, we get to see some birds. Yeah, I still ain't looked into that, Jay. I need to figure out if I can stream that. I still haven't looked into it. I've been so busy. It's just been crazy around here. The good news, one thing is over with. The house that, Memo's other house that we've been cleaning out and get ready to sell, has been sold. I think they're doing the paperwork and all that now. So that's, one less chore that I'm going to have to do is help working on that. We've got a few more things to do, but it's about over. I've been run ragged. And unfortunately, the eggs I've been getting haven't given me enough spunk to keep going. I'm going to starve out on these eggs. I picked that one up. I had another one that I was going to use, but this, you know, it's got nice clear glass that's not all scratched up. I'm just going to see how well it works. Might even give it a test run tonight and hang it up out there where I can get electricity to it. I've already got a wire run over there, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I need to look in on that as soon as it slows down a bit. I mean, it's just been very, very hectic right now, and I don't know. I don't know if it is going to slow down this winter. You know, with the folks from Bigfoot Odyssey are supposed to come down sometime in January, and I don't know. I guess I've got to get a room fixed up for them. Like right now, where there is no rooms down here. I guess I could do that one room, and I might end up doing that one bedroom downstairs and fixing it up for them because it's basically ready. I just need to set everything up in it. I've already got everything, the floor and everything painted in it, but I've got everything else crammed in there so I can do the floors and the other one. But I don't know. I've been thinking about a few things to try this year. I'm always, you know, up for trying something new. I think Carrie needs to be in the booger shack. Right? I thought about camping up in the rock cliff. Of course, they're coming down in January, and it's going to be awful cold. Maybe. I don't know. Today, believe it or not, it was 66 degrees here today. The last day of December. Crazy, crazy weather. Oh yeah, it's the warm weather. Actually, to be honest, the last couple of winters we've had hasn't been. You know, we had a couple of cold snaps, but with all the rain we're getting here, I mean, I can't get out and do anything because of the mud. I like to see the ground freeze, and I would like to see a nice deep freeze for a solid month. I would love to see that, just to kill out some of the bugs. I'm so sick of ticks and chiggers and turkey mites. Ugh. I mean, it makes you not even want to go out in the woods. Oh, what are y'all talking about? So I seen, and I didn't know this, Pam, and if you're still on here, I don't know if you've told me about having them at your place, and like I said, I put the link in Jeff's chat if you ever want to talk about it. Like I said, I've been through all this, and I mean, there are steps you can take to keep the boogers away. And I was being totally serious whenever you talk to them. I mean, tell them what's going on, and that they're scaring you and all that. Happy New Year, Carrie. We was just discussing putting you up in the booger shack when you come down. Let you sleep up there. There's a heater up there. Pretty nice. That's my Facebook page. Like I said, I don't get on Facebook much, but you can reach me through the messenger or whatever. Lafayette. Did you do the sun experiment? Oh, Debbie. But yeah, I mean, that's why it's colder in the northern hemisphere. Like right now down in Australia, they are, you know, it's summertime there for them because the sun is in where the earth is in a lean, it's in the southern hemisphere. So whenever it comes up, even at noon, it'll still be further down south. It's not directly overhead right now. So you're going to have long shadows. Good deal, Dwayne. But yeah, it's been flooding here. You can probably hear the creek real well right now. It's up, and it poured the rain today. Rained this morning, then rained this evening. And just got done. Just got done raining. But yeah, I'm gonna try a bird feeder cam. I think it might have some luck. I don't know. Like I said, I had one hanging up last year, and those boogers would empty it overnight. What is it, Bailey? Uh-oh. What is it? Is somebody here? Is somebody here? Don't destroy the bird feeder. Use your tail. Oh. Yeah, it's just, man, crazy rain. I looked at the forecast and it's supposed to rain this weekend. Of course, it always rains on the weekend. Sounds like it's starting to rain again now. She was looking down through there. Kevin in West Virginia. I don't know who Kevin in West Virginia is. Click on that link, Pam. That means that's why I put it in the chat. You click on that link, it should take me, or take you straight to my Facebook. Who is Kevin? Well, it should take you right to it. I don't know. Homesteading. Is that the guy that's been posting all that lately? Because I don't know, man. You know, I'm not really sure what to think now because I don't know if, which I haven't watched these videos, and maybe that's just how, you know, I've got a turn like that. I try to keep a sense of humor, but I don't know. Somebody asked me in the messenger group that we have if I think he was taking a Mickey, which basically means is he peeing down our backs and telling us that it's raining. You know what I'm saying? Is it just something for views? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. All right, Carrie, be good, brother. Thank you. All right, Carrie, have a good New Year. I mean, how is, I don't know. I guess I could go back and look through, but I'm down a rabbit hole, to be honest with everybody right now. I can't get my mind off of this whole the PG film and that theory. It's very interesting. Hello, Sherry. Welcome, Mike. But I don't know. I find that very interesting. That whole theory, because a lot of that don't add up. Especially the shadows. The shadow deal is what's getting me the most. I mean, if somebody can explain it, then I'm all ears. Yeah, I mean it. Whenever I first started figuring out that Bigfoot was indeed real, let's. I don't know. I like a bunch of the old schoolers, and M.K. Davis is a pretty stand-up guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he seems like he's out after the truth too. And I looked into this like maybe 2 years ago, and kind of went away from it. I wasn't really, wasn't really sure. But there's something to that film. I mean, that is not typical Bigfoot behavior. And if you look into the backstory of it, all right, they were finding tracks around the machinery, and just there's all kinds of backstory to it, and it's just it's very intriguing. I'm going to do more on it whenever I get a chance, but I think there's something to it. Mike, I don't think anybody's sure what it is. And if somebody does tell you they are sure what it is, I don't know. You might not want to listen too well. I mean, nobody knows what they are. I mean, M.K. Davis has a interview with a guy he's got a 30-06, and they got a whole story on this gun that was supposedly used to shoot Bigfoot. They had the guys down there with the dog, and they're saying that was a month before or whatever, and maybe, I don't know. I like that. I'm just after the truth in all aspects of life, just after the truth. And something about the story just don't add up to me. Gordon, I totally agree with you on that. I totally agree on that. The moon deal. I don't know about all that. How comes they can't do it now? They say it's because the asteroid belt, the Van Allen asteroid belt or whatever, and they've lost the technology. You're saying that we give these people millions of dollars a day, and they lost the technology and erased the tapes? Come on, really, really? I mean, that's their excuse. That's crazy. And how comes they ain't got to go to on a NASA website and look at the pictures they show of Earth? It's all air. Why can't they just show us a real picture? It's all CGI and airbrushed. And, it's been messed with. Hello, Smile. Yeah, I don't know about the whole flat. The Earth's definitely not flat here. We got a lot of mountains. Yeah, I'm not going that far with it because I don't think that's the case. But I don't know what NASA does not make any sense to me. I agree, Melanie. And everything that they've taught us is a lie. Everything. Everything outside of that Bible is a lie. And it makes me sick. It's crazy. See, I don't really buy that one, the same one. I don't think it would shut down the park system. And I don't think that people's going to hunt, people's going to fish. All right, they say ignorance is bliss. Well, ignorance will also get you killed. I think people ought to know about it. I think there's going to be a lot of revelations coming up pretty soon. Honestly, do. Hopefully, 2019 we'll find out a lot more. Hopefully, the Lord comes back. I'm ready. It is getting bad in this world. Exactly, Smiles Free. That's exactly why I think that they don't want it. Because everything, listen, the Lord of this world, all right, Satan has reign over this world. And everything, like evolution, everything that they try to do is to discredit that book, all right? So I think that's the main reason they don't want Bigfoot to be real. Yep, Mike, there's all kinds of theories, but the fact is that nobody knows. And that's just the fact. And if somebody does know, they're not saying. Because I guarantee you that the government knows that they are real. I guarantee it. Hey, if we know they're real, all right, I've seen them. There's thousands of people that seen them that know. We don't believe, we know they are real. We've seen this with our own eyes. So if we know, and I'm just a poor hillbilly, all right, the government has unlimited manpower, supplies, and money. They got plenty of money because they print it, and it really ain't worth the paper it's printed on. But they have to know. They have to. That's all there is to it. That's what it all comes down to. This whole world, everything comes down to good versus evil. All right, and that's all there is to it. Satan is a big liar, and he wants to get as many people lost as he can possibly get. He's out. He's he's going to be in prison in a lake of fire for forever, and he's wanting company. So that's what it's all about. Well, if Adam and Eve, if that's what happened, then I'm sure the Bible would might mention that. I don't think that's what happened. Dinosaurs, who's to say they're extinct? There's still stories of dinosaurs. There's stories of pterodactyls in Arizona. There's a big swamp over in Africa that's like big as the state of Georgia, and there's supposed to be like a brontosaurus type reptile over there. Reptiles never stop growing. I think after the flood, something happened on this earth. The Bible talks about a firmament, and there's supposed to be people got bigger, the critters were bigger, all this and that. And they found plenty of giant skeletons. And watch her. There's something. Hang on. Is somebody out there, Bailey? But I think the world's changed. Reptiles never stop growing. Maybe that's why the dinosaurs got so big. Before the fall of man, critters didn't eat one another. I mean, and it's going to come back around to that. What we live in now is a garbage dump compared to what it used to be, compared to what Eden was. What kind of question is that? We could ask Matt what the future is like. He's from the future. I've heard that too. My terraforming is what they call it. There's a lot of stuff that I think's going on that I really don't talk about because I don't know. Right? I mean, even whenever it comes down to these boogers, if I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know. It's Rosie. You can see there. Matt said it was Rosie. I wonder, does anybody have a link to the ball drop? Ball dropping? And that's the thing about New Year's. Is this. Here's how my mind goes. Is this really the New Year's? Why would New Year's be in the dead of winter? You know what I'm saying? Around the winter solstice. I mean, if you think about it, winter's kind of associated with death. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Jewish calendar, the Hebrews had it, their New Year's is in the springtime, which makes sense, the birth of things. Oh, we still got like 20 minutes. Trying to find a good live feed for the ball. Hello, Justin. See, I can't say that smile is free because I don't know that. How do you know it's not the beast of the field it talks about in the Bible? There's several passages in the Bible that may talk about it. Let's see what this is. Alright, I'm back. I think I found a good stream. Oh, Lord. I wonder where Cece is tonight. I wonder what Dee and Lisa are doing. Hello, Hannibal. From France. What's going on with the yellow vest over there? And see, that's what I was talking about. People waking up, man. France is waking up over there. I heard it was spreading. You got British going on. People are waking up that we are ruled by a bunch of elites that don't have our best interest at heart. I mean, yeah, exactly, Mike. And, I think it's people that don't believe that God is real. He said, he would make them, he would put a veil over their eyes so they can't see this. I mean, some people are willingly ignorant, and some people don't want to know the truth. Like I said earlier, ignorance is bliss. That same ignorance can get you killed. I hope so, Reddy. I really do. I mean, I don't, I can't say for sure what he is, but, and I really don't like to talk political because I'll judge them by their actions, not by what somebody says or even their words, but by their actions. So far, I think he's doing a good job. Yeah, well, that's the alien deception that they want you to believe. 13 minutes. I think aliens are demons, to be honest with you. Look up Aleister Crowley and the drawing that he did. It looks just like a gray. And he said he was channeling a spirit. And he was the most wickedest man in the world. And he's also tied to NASA. There's that. I don't have no fireworks. I did go to my Walmart tonight, and I did look. They don't have any either. Who's Dolly? Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard, Jack Parsons, big in NASA, was was an occultist. Look, I mean, look it up. Do the research on it. It's highly interesting. I never really did. Yeah, Mr. Crawley, what they done in your head? Oh, really? I think we have a spy in here too. No, you didn't offend me. I think debate is a good thing. It gets people to thinking and shares different opinions. I'm not right most of the time, and I'm definitely open to different opinions. However, I really think there's one truth that I can fully depend on. There's other truths, but there's only one that you can fully depend on. It's all the other things that's in the gray area right now. But I think that it's hard to come. Once you've been lied to your whole life, it's hard to wake up to different things. Like the PG film, for instance, told a they told us a story, and I cannot remember who said it, but it's oh, how's it go? Something like it's easier to fool someone than to convince them that they've been fooled, or something like that. Oh, big baby. Is there any boogers around? Go tell the boogers to come over and sing a Happy New Year song to us. Okay? Go tell them, baby. Go tell them old boogers. Go tell them. I think it's possible that boogers could be responsible for it. Well, think about it. People will go out and they feed them candy and sugars and all that, and then maybe the booger gets old, or something's wrong with its leg, it can't move around, something like that. A human being is easy prey for them. That's why I think it's not a very good idea to feed them. Once you go out and you feed them, and then they relate you to a food source, that's not good. Well, the problem here is the live streams. I can't do like a full night live stream because my phone does not hold the data, and the new phone, I mean away from the house anyway, the new phone does not pick up well, so that's kind of till I figure that out. But I have done all-nighters from here when I know for sure the boogers are around. I haven't paid that much attention for the past few days. Yeah, I'm gonna try the bird food deal because something was definitely taking all the bird food last winter before last, one or the other. Just to see what happens. A little bit of bird seed. They will get in everything. They'll get in the garden, get in the garbage, get in everything. I don't put scrap. Well, Bailey takes care of all the scraps around here. But like whenever I get a deer or something, I got a deer hung up out there. Um, I've got a game camera on it. I've got a deep freeze out there. I got a game camera on that. So if they want to mess around with the dog food or whatever, there's a game cam pointed at it. I'm not gonna have no game cameras pointed at the bird feeder or around the bird feeder, and we'll see if we do any good with that. Because there's been a few times that I've just had the phone out here live streaming like I am now, and we've got results. So far, nothing's come right up to us and got on camera besides the FLIR. I don't know why my phone's messing up. I'm kind of surprised on that video I put out yesterday about the PG film. I haven't got very much negative feedback. Really, only 2 comments on it that were negative, and one of them I deleted because it was riddled with foul language, which I don't see how that gets anybody anywhere. I brought that up because somebody just commented on it. See a cattail one time. Yeah, you gotta eat cabbage on New Year's. I don't have NBC. I got somebody else's live stream now. I don't know if they're going to get. Who is that singing? What's wrong with her eyes? We always have cabbage rolls and black-eyed peas. Let's see if I can find another one. I don't even see where's the ball even at. I haven't watched that in years. Did you all just hear that? Stay, Ma! Is that New York? don't think this is New York. It might be. I guess it is. It's like a minute. I reckon if a booger walked down there, all that was going on. I've been to New York once. I was a wee lad. It was always amazing how you could look up at the buildings and you would have to keep looking up. Oh, there it goes. I don't have TV, Diane. Is it doing it? Yeah, it's doing it. Oh my. The heck is all that? Really? You can't even see the ball. Yep. Now you can't see nothing. Well, I guess it's 2019. Happy New Year. I know, it looks like a terrorist attack or something there. Okay. The ball dropped. I keep hearing something too. They couldn't pay me enough to go to New York on New Year's. They could barely pay me enough to go there any time of the year. Hello, Craig. Yeah, I bet the traffic is pretty bad. Is it raining? Quit raining. Frosty's had a bad day, looks like. What in the world? See if anything's changed out here. Oh, poor Frosty. Could not. I think old Frosty's going to the dump tomorrow. The deer head's still there. These guys are knocked back over. The garlic's gone. I had garlic out there. What are you doing, Kit? Well, quit raining. You know, it ain't rained all year. Liable to dry up. It hasn't rained once this year. Here, anyway. It ain't dried. It rained a lot last year. Still ain't dried up from all the rain we got last year. And now the wind. I don't know, what y'all think? Should I set up the bird seed camera? I might could put it down here too. What are you doing, Purdy? Huh? We gotta hide your old dog food bowl from them mean chickens? Yeah. I'm actually thinking about hanging it up out here. That way if the birds or whatever knocks it out, and the chickens come down here for their breakfast for whatever reason. I guess I don't get up early enough for them. That's what I could do. I could put it on that thing there. Move that game camera. I might work on that tomorrow. Because that's next to an outlet. And it would stay pretty dry. I think I'll do that. Yeah, that's pretty good. It about all washed away though. Alright, I'm gonna do one call, see if we get any response, wait a few minutes. If not, then I think I'm gonna call tonight. I haven't slept since last year. So watch your ears. I've got a million last year jokes. Bailey, where's them boogers? I don't know. I took a shower last year. Not a very good night for boogers. You can't. Everything's all wet and creeks up, and the leaves and everything's wet. It's be hard to hear anything right now, and it's windy. Do you really, Matt? I would love to have an old truck like that. Dad had an old International Scout. That thing was a mule. Think back, girl. I've got a FLIR. Of course, the FLIR don't work very good in this weather where it's rained. Everything's about the same temperature. Anytime it rains or there's moisture in the area, or snow or whatever, FLIR is horrible. I love that old Scout Dad had. I wished I had it. The first car I ever had was a '67 Volkswagen Beetle with no heater in it. I would have to scrape the outside of the windows and then scrape the inside of the windows. Was he really, Asher? I've never heard that either. Are you sure about that? Hello, California. Were you just born? Happy New Year, Bob. Oh, that's awesome, Craig. Yeah, that was first car. Oh no, my granny. What did she have? I think it's like a Cavalier. Yeah, it's a Cavalier. And that was what I learned to drive in mostly. Now Dad had an old '76 Chevy truck. He was automatic too. And I learned to drive in it. And then he also had a little Cavalier that was a standard shift. That's the first standard I drove. One time he would let me drive it whenever we was up here. And back then it was all gravel roads. And we was coming out of this holler onto the main holler. And I came out through there and I was hitting the clutch and not the brake, and I was like, this thing ain't stopping. Pulled right out in front of Uncle Bob, and then Dad was telling me what was wrong. And I was hitting the wrong one. Pulled right out in front of Uncle Bob. Luckily we didn't get in a wreck or anything. So that was fun. That is not going to be tolerated. Exactly. Well, guys, I don't reckon we're going to get much action here tonight. And to be honest with you, I am wore plumb out. And I got to work tomorrow. 2 more days, and then I get off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and I might go ahead and take Sunday off too. So I am beat. This has been a long, long stretch. Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and leave? Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. And hope everybody has a good 2019. Thanks for joining, and God bless.